Hello there, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today, I'm going to show you how to draw Mr. Smee from Disney's Peter Pan. So, let's get started. Hello there, cartooners, welcome back. Today's video comes as a special dedication to a little boy of a very good friend of mine. His name is Cam. He's a very big Peter Pan fan. Hey, Cam. Today we're going to draw Mr. Smee, that lovable sidekick to the nefarious Captain Hook. So, let's get started. So now, Mr. Smee's character is one of those that's very similar in design to the genie from Aladdin. So we're just going to draw a nice, big, round, very lightly drawn circular shape. And from there, we're going to draw in his vertical line. But he's going to be looking this way. So I'm just going to draw in a curved line in there like so. Now we need to draw his eye line. Mr. Smee's eye line rests kind of high, maybe about a third down from the top of the circle. So we're just going to give a nice curved line in like so. Now when I say he's similar in design to the genie, I'm going to show you exactly why. So let's start with Mr. Smee's eyes. Mr. Smee has these very rounded eyes that rest right on top of that line here. They're kind of oval-like, but they kind of peter toward the top. So they're more like an egg shape. So we're going to draw in another one over here, but we're forcing the perspective, right? So we're just going to make this one just a little thinner than this one, like that. Now here's where he kind of gets kind of genie-like. We're going to shave into or cut into that circle. He has a brow line up here like so, and it makes sure that it curves up into the back of his head. And we've got one eyebrow shape in here like so, right? We want to make sure that it encompasses that eye area. The other one we're going to bring in here like this. You want to make sure that the top of the eyebrow, right here at this ridge here, gets thicker toward the middle, and then it tapers down. So Mr. Smee has a character design that's very reminiscent of the dwarves from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He's actually very similarly designed to Doc. So we're going to cut into that eye area, and we're going to give him that big bulbous nose. So that eye area comes down here, right? Of course, we don't actually draw this in the final drawing. That's just for our guide. And then it comes into this big bulbous, rounded nose that juts out from his face just like so. Now, the designer of this character, he's also the supervising animator of Mr. Smee. His name was Ollie Johnston. Now, Ollie Johnston was one half of a terrific animation team of Frank and Ollie. We have Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. Ollie was very good at these bubbly, rounded characters, and Frank was very good with more slender, taller characters. But honestly, these guys could animate anything. I'm just going to erase what goes behind that nose, just to make it easier for you to see in my drawing exactly what we're doing. So Cam likes my Peter Pan videos, which is a lot of fun. Peter Pan is actually my favorite of the early Disney movies. There really isn't an easier character to draw than Mr. Smee. So, Cam, I hope you like this one. Let's have him looking right at us. So we're going to draw in an oval shape about half of the size of the eye, right in here in the corner like that. The other one will be a little closer into the edge of the circle like so. And we'll just color those in like so. And now let's just give him some darker lines here. Now, the top of the eye, that line we want a little thicker than the rest of the line. That way we're drawing in eyelashes without drawing in eyelashes on a male character. I do like to kind of go from the inside out when I get to this part. So he has a little wrinkle or a bag under his eye here. He's a sailor, right? So he goes without sleep quite a bit, and he worries about keeping Captain Hook happy. So he'll have a little bit of stress. Now, we're going to give him a smile. Now, normally, I will push up a cheek into his eye, but with Mr. Smee, we're just going to give him a little bit of a smile line right here from right underneath that nostril. With Mr. Smee, we've got a bit of a lip that comes in here. And then we will give a little bit of an S curve. Yeah, that's looking good. Great. Now, let's give him an open mouth smile. And we're going to come in from here. And now there's no question that he's smiling big. We're going to give him a little bit of teeth. Just like so. And let's give him a tongue here like this. Now I'm going to shade in the inside of his mouth for depth. Oops, I went over a little bit. That's okay. I can erase that later. Now he's got a lower lip, and he has a chin. And the chin only comes out like so. But now that I have that in there, I now know that I can bring down the rest of his face. So I'm going to give him a bit of a lower jawline in there like that. And now you can kind of see where he resembles the dwarves. But don't worry, it's not going to resemble it much after this. So now we're just going to stop the jawline here, and we're going to come back to it a little bit later. Let's come up here, and let's give him a little bit of some hairy eyebrow here. We're going to come into the eyebrow. We're going to give him one tuft of hair here, one tuft of hair here. It just kind of gives a little bit of personality. So I'm just going to kind of fill out very lightly with my pencil, just kind of figure out where his cheek is. And I'm going to draw in very lightly, like a horseshoe shape here for his ear. It's going to go in right about there. Now, it's very light because he has some hair that comes out here from the side of his head. And then what it's going to do is it's going to come down here, and it's going to turn into like a sideburn, except he's an old man of the sea. He has what they called mutton chops. So what those are they're sideburns that come right down to his jawline. A lot of old sea captains, a lot of old fishermen would grow their hair out like this at this day. So now I'm going to tie down these lines. And because it's hair, right, we're going to give some tufts of hair groups. And you can draw in several of these. We don't have to stick to the 3 that we usually do, because this hair goes down quite a bit. So now we're going to come behind the ear, and we're going to tie down the line, and we're just going to draw in, again, some tufts of hair, just like so. And now this is going to be streamlined. This is going to be one S curve that goes right into the mutton chops. And now that I've got that in there, now I can darken in this part of the ear, and we're going to give him a little bit of a detail for the inside of his ear. He's looking pretty good so far, but we're not done yet. We've got to add in his hat and his spectacles. So Smee wears a knitted hat. For some reason, the kids today are calling them beanies, but I always thought a beanie as like a cap on the top of your head, not a knitted hat. So we're going to give a cuff to the hat here. And now, just like the 7 dwarves, there's a bit of a cuff there. And now we're going to come out and we're going to give him a bit of a tailed off hat here. And we'll give him a pom-pom right here at the bottom. I know a lot of people that live in warmer climates don't know what a pom-pom is on a hat. Well, they're that little ball right there at the end of the cap. And now let's just give him the collar to his shirt. We're not going to draw in anything lower than that, but let's just give him just the collar and maybe some shoulder here. So Mr. Smee has these half moon or half circle glasses. So they're these half circles, and then we'll just draw in the arm of the glasses right behind the ear, and you'll see just the corner of the other glass lens right over there. Now, while we're over here, remember this mutton chop here, we have to give him some on this side. So we'll just go out here, and let's just give him just a few tufts of hair right there. And there we have it. If you'd like, you could always add stripes to his shirt. This is your drawing. You can do whatever you want, right? But now, the last thing we have to do with our drawing is we have to give it our signature. And there we have it. Well, Cam, I hope you liked this video. Mr. Smee's one of my favorites. Well, guys, thank you so much for drawing with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and please share these videos with your friends. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. See you later, Cam, and we'll see you later.